Hello, hello. Oh, today we're resting our voice a little bit, so I'm not doing anything with like tons of reading, what have you. Today instead we're gonna crochet. Shock. Alright, so I have a pattern all ready to go. I say. Oh, I got yarn under my mouse. It's going well. Exclamation mark pattern if you want to know what it is and what we're doing. That it is a dinosaur. Just making sure that I can Okay. So, yeah, this is the plan. Cool. I'm going to be using, I forgot, I'm trying to show my camera up here. I've moved my camera, it's got its own little tripod now, it's exciting. But this is the yarn we're going to be using. We've used it before for a lot of our projects. It's lovely and soft. So I got it, it's one of those mystery buttsock yarn bundles I got for accessories. This is 100% cotton. It's about the same size as this, maybe slightly thicker, but if we use the same hook it won't matter, right? What we are going to do, however, is cut that knot off the end. Right. See, I've also learned recently that I do a magic ring different to everyone else. So, for me, it doesn't really matter. As long as it gets done, right? So starting off with a 6 in a magic ring. So when I pull this, it turns to a loop. And we can actually start crocheting around, I say. Right. So, this is the first stitch I'm actually putting a stitch marker on, which this stitch marker is lovely. I got it, are we gonna focus? No? No, you don't want to focus? There you go. They're lovely. I ordered this. I should actually get the shop up. I ordered these hooks from because they're absolutely lovely. Oh, I should get a full link. I don't want to leave a review. Not. I do love them. Hold on. I'll do a review later. I need. So the one. These are the ones that I got. I should probably do a command for these, but I'll leave it open for now. These are the ones that I got. But yes, so hook, stitch marker, same thing. Because the size of yarn I'm using a safety pin, essentially. Stitch markers come in different sizes, but essentially I'm using a safety pin. I've also got this to lean on so I don't hurt my elbows. Right, the next thing we're doing is increasing in each stitch. The stitch marker is still a little big, so it gets in the way. But that's okay, I don't mind. All around it. That's what makes my life. And this is the point I remember I have a clicker so I can count the rounds. I finished my increase round. Now, unlike a lot of people, instead of putting my stitch in the last one of each round, I put it in the first one. I know, I'm quirky, but as long as it marks where I'm starting, right? Doesn't really matter. Where's my front of my face? We're on round 2, so it's one of the standard clickers. It's around round 2. Round 3 is a stitch and an increase. When we increase, it's just 2 stitches in the same stitch. I know there are some people who mark every increase, but I'm not that person. Because then I'd be more hooks than I would be project because of the size I'm working with. So I'm trying to get this to the right height so everyone can see. Okay, and it's my last increase, and then I'll show you what it looks like. So at the end of round 3, this is, oh, that's the back side. At the end of round 3, this is where we are. We're about to start round 4. So round 4 and 5 we just go round twice. So also, do not put pins in your mouth. I say it's someone who just put pins in their mouth, right? Because I'm using such small yarn, it's better to put it on the side or something else, but plus these hooks feel so lovely. One thing I should actually do is this. I think the music more background, you know. It might be bigger than my fingers soon, so you can actually see what I'm doing. I do have another work in progress. My other work in progress is this. But we're not working on that today because what I didn't want to do is be halfway through a project and be there like, yeah, launch it and off we go. Hello Pompey, welcome on in. If you do exclamation mark pattern, it is the pattern that we are working on today. If you are curious, it is a dino song. But because I work with small yarn, you know. I've recently got a yarn winder as well. I say recently. Oh, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. I say recently. Yeah, fairly recently. Did I click? This is my first. Ugh. 1, 2. I always forget what round I'm on. So if I manage this, it's especially when you're having to do the same, just going round and round to work it up. And I always forget. Okay. So at the end of round 5. Okay. I'm making a dinosaur today. But yes, this is its nose as far as I'm aware. This is as far as we've got. So 6 normal stitches. Okay, so we've done our 6 normal stitches, increase 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be the positioning of the nose. And then 6 normal. Wonderful. Okay, so we are about to start round 7. Wait for round 7. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 regular, then increase, normal, increase, normal, increase, normal, and then a stitch, and then we do the same thing again. Okay, we go back to normal stitches, finish off the round. Nice. So then we've got round 8. Round 8 is just going around. Just go around a bit. How long have I been doing crocheting? Years. honestly, at this point, years. So, sad story time. I broke my back when I was 18. Do you have a huge collection of tiny animals? Oh, it's seeing as you mention it. I'd have to have got some larger pieces. So I've got turtle. I've got this little thing. I've got this froggy with a butt. These mushrooms I crocheted myself, so I made these. I have pumpkin. And then we get to the tiny ones. I have the Everything's Okay dog. So this one has a label on it because it's for a craft exchange, but Donut Cat. Right, this is fine! I have, this is one I made, finished off, not yesterday, but the day before. It's a little desk buddy. I've got Panda. I've got Cow. Notice a lot of these are from the same yarn that I'm using now, because I love this yarn. T-Rex, this is my most recent dinosaur one. On this one I feel like the nose isn't big enough, but that's okay. I've got mushrooms. Mushrooms are my specialty. Mushrooms are what I make. This is was one of my first Sarigurumi pieces, so one of my first 3D ones. I've also got a sun, which is a nice pattern. One of my favourite ones I've made. The little tiny sweetie. Little Squiddy. The world's tiniest fucking whale. Right, so there's all those. I'm dropping them everywhere. So there's all those that sit in this box behind me because all of those are for sale, and if I get too attached, then that's it. I've also got this I made. Oh, sorry, my camera's not normally in this position. This one's my favourite. It's that one. And there's different frog. Who's over here? Different frog. I have a couple of things with butts in, I'm not gonna lie. Then I have, over here I have a bunch of mushrooms that I've made. My mushrooms. Oh my god, that's horrifying. And then my big mushrooms. Some of my first mushrooms. You want to see a progress? You want to see a glow up? Here's a glow up. Like, yes, I have quite a few. Yes, I do. Most of them are for sale. No, they're not up on my Etsy yet, but most of them are for sale. And this is precisely why I have a stitch counter, so I don't forget where I am. Oh, I forgot my pin cushion. I also made. It's a little sloth. Did you make a pin cushion? It's probably a good idea. I did have a really shitty one that was made of denim. Which was a real pain to get the pins through, but I made that one. It's got a little beanie butt, so it sits upright. It's really soft, so it's good at like holding things. I love it. But all of the patterns that I've made have been free patterns. There are so many patterns out there online, and that's without me even going to Pinterest, you know. There's a bunch on Instagram. Ribbler is another one I use that is really cool. Bunch of free patterns on there. I'm really bad when it comes to patterns because some of them aren't safety eye based and some of them aren't, you know, whatever, so I have to adjust them. It's like, oh, stitch some felt on. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. I have 120 safety, like, toy safety eyes. I'm not going to, like, go and buy some felt, thank you. But yeah, like this pattern. This pattern is a free one from Ribbler by Choco Apple. I don't know them personally, but oh, 8, 9, all the way around again. But because I have my habit of putting things down and then entirely forgetting where they are, which I hope is something more people can relate to than I think, because I have that extremely bad habit. There's only one place I can't put down. That's things on my body. I'm not going to stab it into myself, I'm not insane. That stitch is wrong. See, like, I do sometimes make mistakes with crochet. Oh, the This Is Fine Dog was a test I was doing for someone who, My Crafty Pursuits is their Instagram name. The pattern itself isn't out yet, but I was, I gave my feedback on it, and it's really cute, and it's small. The only problem with working with small yarn is it doesn't, and it sounds dumb, it doesn't get very big. So you saw how big my turtle was. So now you saw how big my turtle was. That's different yarn to this. I'm so used to making little tiny things because I just don't have the space, you know. I say, ignore this. This thing, what's going on here? Ignore that. Because I need to obviously use through it. But I buy my yarn by bulk, by weight. So it's almost always a surprise as to what I get in there. I got some unusual stuff. I got some nice textured bits. Where am I from? I'm from the UK. You're Finnish. MSV. How is Finland doing at the moment? We've been having a lot of thunderstorms weather-wise over here, so it's like pretty cool, but also pretty terrifying. And I have my honeymoon soon, so there's a whole week where I won't be streaming. Speaking of like little crochet things, right? So the UK has a certain set of terminology. Cloudy autumn weather. Oh, mushroom picking. Yes. I wish I knew. I wish I lived in an area where mushrooms grew. I live in a city, so it's a bit. I'd have to go out, and I wish I didn't have the mobility problem, you know. Can't bend over, which is kind of a big part of mushroom picking. But I'd like to see some. I'm very into mushrooms. What got me into mushrooms? I don't know. I've always loved mushrooms. It's one of those things that's all I can just always remember loving mushrooms. They're really cute. Like this, like I love mushrooms. Okay, this is the last round in each stitch. They are neat, they're fascinating, and considering there are so many varieties, and animals in nature tend not to eat them, and we're here like give me mushroom. But there's so many varieties, and there are so many. Like, there's like the one that's like similar to beef steak, and then you've got the devil's fingers that just looks like an alien egg hatching and just smells horrific. And then you get some that are little and cute, like oyster mushrooms. They're fascinating. Turkey tails. I want to try turkey tails. They're on my list. You know. And then you get some dye from them, and the oh god, you googled devil's. I am so sorry. So this one, oh, bye Corn. This one's the devil's finger that I made. That's what that is. If my camera would focus on anything else but my chest, that would be great. No? Okay, but they're devil's fingers, that's what. It's even got the little egg lip here. You can like peel back a little bit. Yeah. We've got a nice stink horn here, which also smell horrific, but they've got the little like, they're the ones that have the thing that covers them all the way down. It's a lot cuter under the ground. But yeah, that's a stink horn. And then I did the inky cat. So this is a plushie made by Makeshift, but the designer's Abby Toads, and they do adorable mushroom art. Oh, then this is my little inky cap, my little emo mushroom. So different types of mushroom. I have, can I reach the Flyagris? I can. Hell yeah. Obviously the Flyagric, your stereotypical toadstool. So, you know. The false morale. Oh, interesting. Any particular reason why? Yeah, mushroom. Oh, well, these ones, I want to call them elf ears, but they're like, they grow on the side and they're really jelly-like. I'm gonna have to look at false morale. Okay. We've got a lovely deadly mushroom. Okay, nice. Oh, I see. I see where the name comes from. Nice. Well, so cheers. Also, cooking them is a fun challenge. You and I have different definitions of fun. Puffballs always fascinate me because they're so big. Right? And then I love a good shiitake mushroom. It's one of my favourite to eat shiitake mushroom, oil, garlic, a little bit of like... God, what herb did I use? I think it was thyme, a little bit of thyme, a little bit of rosemary. Oh. I've never had a morel. I don't think they're common here. Okay. On to 12. But as you can see already, if I like hold it as if it's puffed up, you can see the little nose and our eyes are going to go in here. So we've got a little snoop. That's what we've made so far. That's what we've made in 40 minutes. Ooh, how was it? Surprisingly delicious. Nice. So we decrease. Okay, so I'm going to show you a little trick if you crochet. Right? You see this? Probably not. But you see how there's two parts to every loop, right? If you take the front part of one loop and the back part of the next one, yeah? When you're decreasing, the decrease looks like this, which is an invisible decrease. So that when you stuff and what have you, it's very hard to see. Unless you know exactly what you're looking for, but it's very difficult still. So it just makes things look a little neater than having like a small hole with the traditional decrease. So bad at crocheting. It's practice, like a potato here. I think there's an idea. Okay. This was my first ever 3D thing. This is potato. This is the first thing. He's the wrong way round. His proportions are all wrong. His ears are terrible. You know. But I love him. I'm a failed sock. I never made a sock. But I love him. Right? And then we get to we get something like this. A recognizable, round, textual. And then we get to this kind of thing. He didn't have socks. Welcome on in, Hoovian. Welcome on in. Anyway, I have a command for that. But going from that to this has taken 7 years. My massive progress that I've made is I crochet every day now. That was the perfect response. There is a exclamation mark good pun as well, but that is reserved for only the best of the puns. But yes, so it's taken a lot of time and a lot of practice to get to the point where I'm there like, yeah, maybe I'm okay. How many decreases have I done? Can I count? Probably not. 1, 2. Unbelievable. So Destro's my spouse, right? And they come in and they make some of the worst puns I've ever heard. But welcome in. Your humour is welcome and valid. How are you? So I found this menu at a local cafe. It said, "Are you going to mix grill?" I asked the waitress, "What is this?" And she said, "It's mixed grill." That's terrible. Congratulations. What am I doing? I'm around 13, right? Right, so it's 8, so we've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I crochet over here, as if you're over here. 6, 7, 8. See, something I have found is I prefer metal hooks. I believe they're called inline hooks, but I prefer metal hooks to plastic hooks. I just can't see. But then again, I learned with metal hooks, so you know that one was actually. Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 moment stash. I'm in the middle of counting stitches, which is a pain in the patookus. 6. Welcome in, stash. How are you doing? How are you doing? We're going to finish this round, and then we're going to do our self-compliment and our hydrate. Did that skip a thing? Did I do an extra decrease? Motherfucker. Right, I'm going to have to do that round again, so that's okay. These things happen a lot. More than you'd think. Sobs gently. No, it happens a lot, it's okay. But what we are going to do, we're going to go back to the stitch, which is there, and take a drink. And everyone in chat, take a drink too. And it doesn't matter what it is, just take a drink. My self-compliment, I think, is admiring the progress I've made in my craft. I'm very proud of myself for making it this far. I picked up the hobby as something to do while I was bedbound, and now look at me. I'm also very sick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But it's been interesting seeing the news. Obviously it's been all over the media, and I'm sorry to bring it up again, but our Queen died. So it's been interesting seeing the country No, I've done all that right. I did. Okay. As it is now. It's interesting. Okay, so what we're going to do so it doesn't unravel is get a nice big like loop of it, right? Because now we're going to put our safety eyes in. And it says here, place safety eyes between rounds 6 and 7, right? We're not. So we're going to count out from the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I do to make the holes a bit bigger is I put my hook through the hole. I then grab my safety eyes, ignore the fact they're in like a pouch. Because I bought these, right? I'm going to get 2 safety eyes and 2 backs. So for those of you who have never seen, sorry about all the rustling, for those of you who have never seen a safety eye before, this is a tiny one, but this is a 5mm safety eye. You know, it has these ridges at the back, right? So this is the back, this is the bit that goes into the plushie, and this is the bit you see sticking out, right? Oh, thank you, I appreciate it. The Queen was lovely. The Queen is probably, until little Kate becomes Queen, is probably the best Queen, or the like grandma of the country. Yes, there's been some controversy surrounding the royal family, but the Queen is the only one that a lot of people have said have just supported her kids no matter what. And realistically, that's all you can expect from a mother and grandmother. How many stitches apart does it say? 6. 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, I did put it in the right place. But she was old, getting to 96, having the longest reign. Good for her. Unfortunately, it's all anyone's talking about. So, changing the subject. It was a race weekend. No, that's wrong, it needs to go over another stitch. Ugh. Excuse me, I wrestle with this piece. So you notice that they've got ridges. It's to prevent them coming out. It's an unfortunate situation when you haven't secured them yet and you need to move them. Come on now, thank you. I mean, it's fine because once you've like settled everything in and stuffed everything and stretched it about a bit, you won't be able to tell that that's what the eye wants, but okay. Does that look better? I think that looks a bit better. So I haven't secured them yet. And it's not really play them. A lot of people have found that they've just not have time. Which, you know, is a thing. We live our lives and we have things to do. And some of them mean that we can't do what we want, which is a shame. I'm just going to turn the light on and see if that helps. I have no idea if that helps at all. For those of you who don't know, I sit on a yoga ball because I can't sit on a normal chair. So if they're squeaking, I'm sorry. It's a rubber ball, I can't help it. I wish there was an easier way to show you this. Like, thank you. It kind of forces your back to sit upright. I don't know. To be fair, I do have a desk that does this. Which is actually easier for my hands right now. I have a standing desk. Alright, enjoy your balls. It's really funny seeing, like, I don't want to call it the skin. Sometimes seeing the skin of the animal that you're making. And it just not looking quite right because it's limp. I wish I could show a different angle of this, I really do, but I'm not gonna like shove the camera in my tits or something. I think people would enjoy that too much. I don't want that kind of audience. Facing outwards, to clarify, so that you'd get a me. Like, I haven't got anything to up here or top down it, so. Nice. I always encourage people to stand up while the ads are playing. Dodge your ad, World of Warcraft. Oh god, we're talking about it. Quick, change subject. But no, if you get an ad, get up, grab a drink, have a little walk around. Because it's important. You should get up every 50 minutes at a computer. Minimum. my ads play every half an hour. So walk around. Make sure you have enough drinks. Make sure you have a snack. Because looking after yourself is important. We're going to have a med check. Has anyone who needs to take meds taken the meds they need to take? I took mine this morning. Because I know my partner, my spouse has a habit of forgetting. My partner doesn't take meds. Yes, I have both. Yes, I'm poly. It's a whole thing. We're around 19. Let me try and face this way for you. I'm bad at this. I don't do craft streams very often, so the last time I did a craft stream I didn't even have a tripod. We're getting there. I'm just going to put it on the side and hoped. But I hope now that you have your yoga ball, it's slightly better on your back. And I hope that means then that your desk's at the right height. It's a squash little face. Whoa, okay. I have a foot pump for mine. Take a minute, sit down, breathe, catch your breath. It's okay. I also have an electric pump. Came with an air mattress at one point, but like, if you're using it on a regular basis, it will deflate a little bit. That's fine, that's normal. As the rubber gets a little bit stretchier, as you're sitting on it day to day, fine. Just bump it up a little bit more. I would advise using a foot pump. Or an electric pump. Oh, more stitching this around. Oh, I didn't get my stitch right, there we go. We're around 21. So here's the thing. I also learned crochet. I have never had like a lesson in crochet. Everything I've learned has been from infographics and short videos and a book. So no one's ever actually gone, this is how you hold your hook. This is how you're meant to hold the piece while you're working on it. I have no idea. So all I've done is what feels best. Because sometimes that's the most important. Very informal. I had crocheting lessons in elementary school. That's unusual. Okay. We don't have that here. We had sewing. We did have sewing. I was told I'd never be a crafter because my stitches were too big. Look at me now, Miss Evans. Sorry. Is this 22? Yeah. But I sew a lot. I repair things, but as I said, I need a sewing machine. Hand sewing is a pain in the ass. Yeah. Like, they gave some good advice, like the smaller the stitches, the stronger they are. Yeah, there's less gap between them, it doesn't open up as much. Like, I was better in secondary school. So secondary school 13, 14, we had DT, Design and Technology. I'm sorry, I'm very tired, very sicky bean. Which I was a lot better at sewing and using embroidery, but they had sewing machines and embroidery machines I could use. 3. Okay, that's the last bit there. Okay, and then it's round 24, which is the round I was trying to do before, but I apparently am bad at doing. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, increase, skip 1, increase, skip 1, increase, ugh. Was it 1 and do it again, I think? Yeah. So 1 increase, 2 increase, 3 increase. Okay, cool. So that is that. And then we do round twice. Oh, camera, can you not? Ooh. It's like a limp sock right now. It does say in the pattern that I might experience some rippling, but it should even out, which is fine. I don't mind that. Because if you're increasing a lot straight away, it's tends to strain your yarn a little bit, doesn't it? Strain your yarn, that's the wrong, like, you've got a lot of stitches in a small space of time. A small space of time, a small area. So they're going to ripple a little bit, that's okay. It'll be fine, especially when we stuff it, there'll be 0 problems. I'm so glad I chose to use this yarn for this. Because you can see the lovely like banding that's happening. Okay, we're at 26. Just another one around. I was talking to Crafty Witch about their setup, and yeah, I don't think I can't really afford to emulate it right now, but it's something to think about if I want to do more crafting streams in the future, because right now this is very difficult for you guys to see. Oh, missed one. It's okay to miss a stitch as long as we go back and fill it in, as it were. I used to crochet when I went back to see my parents, and there was a person who asked, like, how do you keep tension on it? Because you have to keep a little bit of tension, right? And what I do is I have it between my fingers here, and then it comes up and around and into here, so I can control it with how tight my fingers are. And if I'm struggling, I can grip this a bit more, and it's a bit easier to control the tension. Right, we got our dinosaur coming along nicely. Round 27. It's another increase round. Okay. So 6 an increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then increase how many times? 4 times. Well, let's increase and skip 4 times. So I've done 1 increase. This is 2 increase. 3 increase. 4 increase. So that'd be cute. And I said to the guy, guess what gets rid of grime and stains? And he said, ammonia cleaner. So I was like, oh sorry, I thought you worked here. But nice. And then we increase. Increase twice, interesting. Three. 4. And then it's 5 to the end. Just make sure we've got the right amount of stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good, good, good. We're still on the same number of stitches, that's not a problem. Okay. Round 28. It's just going around. Okay. That is fine. Also, with holding it between my fingers, I managed to get a nice place to hook it. So it's in. Oh god, the fucking thing. Stitch marker, no! Stitch marker, why are you doing this? Done? There we go. Sometimes it likes to be really fussy. Yeah, I do appreciate a follow if you are new here. The lovely community, and we stream every day. Not necessarily craft, sometimes it's gaming. Sometimes it's community streams. But it's always lots of fun. With this kind of yarn as well, it's very easy to miss stitches. So I have to double check that I'm putting every stitch in and I'm not missing any. Because I've done it before where I'm in the middle of doing a pattern and I'm very confused as to why my stitches are wrong. And it turns out that because I forgot to count, I don't count my stitches each row. It's just like go around, I just go around, but I've missed one. It's okay, because each quirk of anything I do makes it unique. $29 is another increase. So 1, 2, 3,